does perimenopause cause weight gain? Is that a myth or is it truth? What's happening here?
Okay, so perimenopause absolutely causes a predisposition to gain weight. So the big frustration for women is I'm doing the same thing and I'm really frustrated that my belly fat's increasing. I can't get rid of this belly fat. What happens is, and I want women to think of it this way. Paleolithically, in caveman times, when you hit irregular cycles or perimenopausal times, it was obvious you couldn't have a baby anymore. So I always say that the I can have a baby tent that you were in, you get moved out of and you get put in the grandma tent. And that's actually in medical literature. They call it the grandmother hypothesis.
Okay.
And what you did is you watched the kids, but you got fed less. You got sheltered less. So in order to keep you alive, your body took care of you. So testosterone is here and estrogen is lower normally through your life. What happens with aging is estrogen drops relative to testosterone. That's another reason why you don't want to shoot your testosterone levels up. But as that gap increases, it's a trigger to your system. Can't have a baby anymore. Better slow the metabolism. So yes, in perimenopause, you will get a metabolic slowdown. On top of that, what happens is, which is why strength training is so important, is that not only are you losing muscle, but you lose the ability to put your glucose in your muscle. So you eat your meal, right? You drive your glucose up, and instead of putting it in the muscle, the actual muscle receptors change. Now you can't get it in the muscle as well. So now you have this leftover sugar floating around and your body goes, don't know when I'm going to eat it again, save it for a rainy day. And that ratio of lower estrogen to testosterone triggers, let me store it, and it stores it as belly fat. So as you progress through that perimenopause into menopause, your insulin resistance will get worse just with aging, and your weight gain around your belly will come a lot easier.
Okay. Okay. So let's unpack that because I mean, the real question everyone wants to know who's listening to this is, okay, I hear that way, and I'm listening to this episode because I already know the answer. I already know what you just told me.
Right.
Right. So now what? What can I do if I'm a woman going through perimenopause, experiencing some of these symptoms? What can I do? What would be what am I doing here?
So everybody's got a busy life, right? As you know. So you want to know what are the most efficient things you can do. The best way I think perimenopausal women need to look at this is you have to sort of refocus what your day-to-day life is. Because the biggest frustration is, well, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm getting this weight change. What has to happen is you have to compensate for those changes, meaning you have to build muscle. You are losing it aggressively. It's one of those kind of tough luck things. That's what happens. One of the biggest things that I hear is, oh, I hate perimenopause. I hate this menopause. This isn't fair. It doesn't matter. It's coming. That's what it is. I tell people, I don't want to pay United $500 to fly on an airplane, but I can't flap my wings and fly, right?
Yeah.
There are certain things so it's coming your way. So what are you going to do to sort of fight the physics of the downfall a little bit of the body?